What is up, everybody? Welcome to Ray Ray's Late Night Talk. Now, I wrote down some notes and stuff of Jeffrey Epstein, but it's a little much, so I had to bring my son's iPad. And I already got it pulled up. So, yeah, my son's got a nice iPad because his kindergarten year, I told him if he knew all of his sight words, and the parents didn't know. They wore a sash graduation day, and I was like, if you wear that sash coming out, I will go to Best Buy and buy you a brand new iPad, because the iPad he had, my camera seems crooked, the iPad he had was a generation 2. I don't even know what generation this is, so I bought it in like 17, 18. My son in kindergarten. Let's look at the pictures. That'll tell me. Oh. He had it in 19. Know that for a fact. I think that was the year he got it. So 19. Let's see. Yeah, he graduated kindergarten 19, because he was 7 when he graduated. Because he turned 7 in first grade. He turned 6 December of his kindergarten year. That's right. So he was 6. And I bought him a brand new iPad. Oh man, he came out wearing that sash, and I was like, fuck. Damn. And thankfully Best Buy actually had for these I think I got him the 120 gig. I think it was the 120 gig. They had it for like $100 off. It was a $400 iPad, but I only spent like $300 something. I done told this kid to quit eating over his damn iPad. He got crumbs all in his case. And this case was cheap. But even with all my Best Buy points, because I bought a washer and dryer and shit, I used all my points for, because I have their credit card. I used all my points, and I paid less than what this thing was listed for. It was listed for like $330 or $320, something like that. I paid like $306, and I bought, this has a screen protector on it, still, that I paid Best Buy to put on. So screen protector, and I paid like $10 for them to put it on. And I bought this case and the iPad, and I paid less than what it was listed for. I paid like $305 or something. And yeah, Jeffrey Epstein. So early life, he started as a physics and mathematics teacher for teens in the Upper East Side of Manhattan. He was fired for poor performance because parents were saying that he was inappropriate with the teens. Okay, so let's fast forward. All right, he became American Financer. In 2005, he was arrested for a parent had said that he sexually abused her 14-year-old daughter. He was convicted in 2008 for child prostitution. He served 13 months with extensive work release. And then he was arrested again in 2019, 11 years later, for sex trafficking. And then he died August, 10th of 2019. And then August 29th of 2019, a judge dismissed him of all charges. You shouldn't have done that. You know that dude was nasty. You had little girls coming up telling you what he did to them and touched them and all that. Ew. But he knew, and I understand why the Clintons had this motherfucker killed. And yeah, he knew Donald Trump, Leslie Wexner, Prince Andrew, what does that say? Duke of York. That's Andrew, Duke of York. the Obamas and the Clintons. Yeah. They figured this dude was going to rat them out. And this was his last mugshot. So this is Jeffrey Epstein. That's not a picture of him at all. So you're going to tell me this dude committed suicide. The coroner was paid off or was told, you'll be next if you rat us out. So he's locked up in prison, right? 2019. These guards, and he's being watched because he knows you're probably going to die because they ain't going to risk you running your mouth. Telling on 2 Democratic presidents and 1 Republican president. Trump was president when all this went down. But he knew Epstein way back in his earlier life. So the guards just happened to fall asleep when he happened to decide to hang himself. And not only did they happen to fall asleep, but at the same time, the cameras malfunctioned. So you're telling me when he decided to hang himself, the guards just happened to fall asleep during that time, and the cameras happened to malfunction during that time. What a coinkydink. And this motherfucker had a snap neck. How the hell you gonna snap your neck when you ain't got nothing to jump off of? People that kick a chair out from under them, that hang themselves, usually their neck isn't snapped because there's not enough pressure or enough force. Now, when you jump from like a stairwell and hang there, yes, your neck is probably going to snap. And if not, that's sad. Like, my parents had to ruin The Mummy for me. You know, like in the first movie, and I used to love me some Brendan Fraser, right? And then they go to hang him, and he's just like hanging there, and then they cut him at the last minute, and my dad's like, his neck would have snapped. Why you gotta say that? He lived. Damn, quit ruining movies for me, man. Anyways, yeah, this dude was sick as shit. So I'm not saying he didn't have what was coming to him and he didn't get what he deserved, but I really think he should have been able to rat everybody out, because during his interview, this dude didn't recall shit. Because I watched his little thing when it aired on TV after he committed suicide. Yeah, they were told, keep your mouth shut or you'll be next. The Clintons is a very dirty family. I know some of y'all like Bill. That motherfucker was impeached and all. And y'all just love you some Bill Clinton. But y'all gotta remember, that was when the internet took off. So that's why he, looks like he did very well. But anyways, to each their own. But during his interview, he didn't recall shit. It's like, what do you recall? Everything they asked him, I don't recall. I do not recall. I do not recall. Or you'd hear his attorney, don't answer that. Why you don't want him to answer that? Because you know he's guilty. And you don't want him to fuck himself up by talking too much. That's how people get themselves in trouble. They talk too much. See, me, I'm probably going to die for talking about this. The Clintons going to find me and kill me because my mom done said that's what they're going to do. They're going to come find me and kill me. That's cool, but y'all ain't got to worry about it. I only get like 20 views. And trust me, I ain't saying something that people don't already know. We know you did it. We know you killed him. He didn't commit suicide. Y'all made sure he couldn't run his mouth and expose y'all for what you really are. But that's cool because you can't tell me the FBI didn't figure that shit out either. You can't tell me normal Joe Schmoes figured this out and the FBI and CIA are like, we don't know. Because you motherfuckers are paid off too. I'm telling y'all, man, government fucking people, man. Just say how you really feel. Yeah, the Clintons had him killed because he was going to rat everybody out. And the Obamas and Trump and everybody that knew him was all for it. You want to know why? Don't rat me out. Or even if you knew him in his earlier life and you weren't involved in all this sex trafficking and sexually abusing kids. Yeah. He wasn't arrested. Hold on. He wasn't convicted of that. He was convicted for child prostitution And then sex trafficking was in 19, but then he was dismissed of all those charges after he was dead. You gotta save a dead person. But, I mean, you still don't, even if you weren't part of that, you don't want to be associated with that. You know? And then there's some people that just don't know. What's that dude's name, wife's name? She didn't know he was a murderer. Ted Bundy. She had no idea. Like, all these women are getting killed. Huh? Your husband's doing it. Ain't that some crazy shit? That's another one that I found very interesting. I find like all these people that were like messed up in the head interesting. Like Ted Bundy, he would act like he was handicapped of some sort, like with a cane, or he was having trouble, and a woman would help him. And out of the goodness of her heart, this woman's helping him, and as she turns her back to him to help him, he gonna knock her out with his cane. That's why people just keep walking. Like, can you help me? No. No, not today, Bundy. Nope. And then Jeffrey Dahmer, he just eat people. And then, like, I watched the thing on Jeffrey Dahmer, too. He seemed like a normal person. And then to come to find out, this dude was killing people and eating them. There's a lot of sick killers out there, man. But Jeffrey Epstein was the talk for a while. I don't think I'm gonna get killed because we've all done figured it out. That dude didn't kill himself. Clintons killed him. Because the Clintons got that much power. Y'all like to think that they ain't got no power. No, they do. They do. You see Monica, she wrote a book. You heard of her since then? Nope. All these women that came after Bill Cosby, you heard about them anymore? Nope. But the Jeffrey Epstein, seeing like girls that were like in their 20s talk about it, or even 30s, and they're still fucked up from it because of what he did to them. I mean, that's sad. So I'm not saying he didn't get what was coming to him and he didn't get what he deserved, because that is some sick ass shit. You deserve worse than that. I think he had the easy way out. I think they snapped his neck and it was instant death. I think they should have raped him or had someone rape him and brutally murder him. But then, see, like, that's the thing, though. He was in, like, protective custody. And you just happened to fall asleep, and he just happened to decide to hang himself at that time. And the cameras just happened to malfunction during that time. Yeah. Well, that's it for my segment. It's been 13 and a half minutes. I try to keep these under 15. Y'all have a good night. If you tuned in, thanks. I know there's nothing really funny in here, but I don't know why my stomach's growling. I don't feel hungry at all. But yeah, if you tuned in, thanks. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Trust me, I'll figure something out. Brian, we'll have to talk about something more interesting. 2 girls in a cup ain't an option. Scroll down to episode, I think it's episode 7? 6 or 7, something like that. And it's just a lot of me gagging. I can't talk about stuff like that. But yeah, tune in next week. If you don't want to, I understand. Oh, and for my public apology, it wasn't really an apology. It was just me telling people I'm not going to apologize for my views and beliefs and all that. I'm not going to apologize. It's personal opinions. I also need to stop growling because I don't feel hungry. I think that was my husband dropping something. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. See y'all next time.